Hello, I'm Tim Loughton, the Conservative candidate for East Worthing and Shoreham in the general election, and in today's podcast I just want to talk briefly about environmental issues and animal welfare. Now, a lot of people are concerned when we come out of the EU after Brexit, what's going to happen to many of the environmental regulations? Well, effectively, we're going to adopt them into UK law, and this government is really tough on making sure that we are doing as much as we can to conserve and protect our environment as possible. This is particularly close to my heart. I founded 10 years ago the E.Y.E project, Eco, Young and Engage, where we now have scores of local schools getting together for eco summits, talking to kids and them teaching us about how we can look after environment for future generations. This is really important. But actually, environmental protection within Europe, many of the laws originated from the UK. The United Kingdom's Climate Change Act, which was backed by the Conservatives, which I absolutely supported, is tougher than those regulations set down by the EU. We've made great strides on renewables here. Just 7% of electricity was generated from renewable sources back in 2010. Today that figure is nearer 20%, and we're on course to make it 30% by 2020. Just offshore here, of course, we've got the Rampion wind farm. I think a great innovation is going to be producing lots of renewable power for local homes in the next few years. Behind me, we've got the evidence of climate change, where £29 million is being invested by the government in the Ada flood protection works. That's a serious investment to guard against the perils of climate change. So it's really important that we look after our environment, and really important that a big priority of this government to have a long-term environmental protection plan, which is exactly what we're going to have. Now, on the subject of animal welfare, a lot of people get exercised, particularly at election time, around the subject of fox hunting. My record is a matter of public vote, but there's some really interesting things in the Conservative manifesto that I think that people will absolutely support. The first of these is we are going to bring in a mandatory requirement to have CCTV cameras in all slaughterhouses. Now, there have been a lot of concerns about animal welfare standards in our slaughterhouses. I know the Environment Secretary actually visited some slaughterhouses recently and was very concerned about stunning techniques and others that are just not being properly effective. We are now going to have cameras making sure that the high standards that we require are actually in place, and if they're not followed, there will be serious penalties. Another thing in the Conservative manifesto just last week is that when we come out of Europe, we are going to take control of what we can do about clamping down on live animal exports. It's because of EU legislation that we can't prevent live animal exports to the extent we would like to going to the continent. Now, here in Shoreham, that's a very hot issue. Back in the 1990s, the live animal exports from Shoreham Harbour got national attention. There are two key commitments in the Conservative manifesto, which I think is very good news for animal welfare, and I'm sure most of my constituents will really support them. These are important matters. This government, this Conservative government, which I hope you will re-elect on June the 8th, takes the environment and animal welfare very seriously. Two issues very close to my heart, which is why I hope you will use your vote wisely on June the 8th to vote Conservative.